Let's be honest, reality TV gets a bad rap. People love to act like they're above it, like they're too evolved for a show where strangers fight over a hot tub in Fiji, or sell sunset-colored homes in 9-inch heels. But here's the thing, if you've ever lost 4 hours to a Bravo marathon, or watched a couple argue on camera and somehow felt emotionally invested, congratulations, you're human. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do: respond to drama, people, and unpredictable emotional energy. So, what is reality TV actually doing to us, mentally, emotionally, neurologically? Is it rotting our brains? Is it helping us process our own relationships through the lens of someone else's public meltdown? Or is it just noise we need to feel a little less alone? Let's talk about what's really going on behind the screen. To start, your brain loves stories, not just novels or Oscar-winning films, but stories with people, conflict, resolution, hierarchies. That's reality TV. Except instead of following a fictional character through a plot arc, we're watching real people do real things, or at least real-ish, and our brains can't help but care. The term for this is narrative transportation. When we watch reality TV, our brains light up in the same regions as if we were experiencing the drama ourselves. The mirror neuron system, the part of the brain involved in empathy and imitation, kicks in. It's like emotional karaoke. We absorb the fights, the crying, the tension, the relief, the cringe, and we process it as if it's ours. This is why you can feel exhausted after watching two people you've never met break up on a beach. Because in your brain, you were in the fight. You were on the beach. Your amygdala doesn't care if it's real or edited. It just knows something intense happened, and you were emotionally there for it. Now, is that bad? Not inherently. In fact, let's talk about the good stuff first. Because yes, reality TV can actually have some surprisingly positive effects. First up, emotional processing. Watching other people navigate messy conversations, deal with heartbreak, confront betrayal, it can give you perspective. Sometimes seeing someone else lose their temper makes you realize how far you've come. Sometimes watching a 22-year-old spiral on camera helps you reparent your own inner 22-year-old. There's real therapeutic value in seeing someone else live out a moment you've already survived. Reality TV can also foster empathy. Not always, let's be clear, but certain shows, especially ones with documentary elements, expose us to people outside our usual social bubble. Think Queer Eye. Think The Great British Bake Off. Think shows that highlight difference, struggle, transformation. When done right, these shows invite you into someone else's world and leave you with just a little more compassion than you had before. Then there's community bonding. There is something beautifully tribal about watching the same wild thing as millions of other people. Monday night, Bachelor, Sunday, Housewives reunion. You know the vibe. These shows give us a shared language. They let us connect with friends, co-workers, internet strangers. It's modern-day campfire storytelling, except instead of fire, it's Botox and drama. And let's not forget escapism. Life is heavy. Reality TV can be a brain vacation. You don't have to solve a crime. You don't need subtitles. You're just watching someone plan a baby's first birthday party like it's the Met Gala. And that's okay. Not every minute of our lives needs to be optimized for growth. Sometimes you need to laugh at someone arguing about who didn't RSVP to a fake dinner. But of course, now comes the shadow side. Because while reality TV can offer connection and catharsis, it can also quietly, sneakily mess with your mind. Let's talk about comparison. When you watch people who seem to have perfect bodies, perfect homes, perfect partners, perfect everything, even if you know it's curated, your brain registers it anyway. Studies show that the more time you spend watching certain kinds of reality TV, especially wealth or beauty focused, the more likely you are to experience decreased body image, lowered self esteem, and increased materialistic values. It's like drinking sugar water. Feels good going down, but there's a crash, and it messes with your baseline. You start thinking your house is small, your relationships are boring, your wardrobe is tragic, because you're comparing your unedited life to someone else's highlight reel, filtered through 3 producers and a glam team. Then there's cognitive fatigue, all that emotional mirroring we talked about. It can be draining. If you binge 3 hours of conflict-based reality TV, yelling, backstabbing, fake crying, you might not feel relaxed afterward. You might feel weirdly wired or numb. That's your nervous system trying to regulate after being dragged through a gauntlet of high-stakes drama that, let's remember, didn't even happen to you. And don't even get me started on the addictive nature of it. Reality TV is built for binging. Cliffhangers, confessionals, jump cuts. Your brain's reward system gets hijacked. You start with one episode, and before you know it, it's 2 a.m., and you have strong opinions about people who don't actually exist in your life. That's dopamine. That's design. And it works. It also teaches your brain to expect instant intensity. Real life, the stuff we actually live, moves slower. Relationships evolve over months, not episodes. Conflicts simmer quietly, not explode with theme music. If we overconsume reality TV, our tolerance for emotional subtlety can drop. We get bored more easily. We crave stimulation. We look for drama even where there isn't any. So, what's the answer? Is it stop watching reality TV? Absolutely not. That's not what this is about. This is about watching smarter, knowing what you're consuming and how it might be affecting you. Because here's the truth, not all reality TV is created equal. There's a difference between watching people build tiny homes off the grid and watching a group of influencers scream about betrayal over a shrimp cocktail. One might inspire you, the other might subtly deplete you. South, you've just spent an entire evening watching strangers cry in matching swimsuits. And now you're emotionally involved in a breakup that isn't yours, over a person you don't even like. What is that? Welcome to the world of parasocial relationships, the one-sided emotional connections we form with people on TV, especially reality stars. You know them, you like them, you root for them, and even though they have no idea you exist, your brain builds a bond. These aren't fictional characters, they're real people. You follow them on Instagram. You know their kids' names. You've watched their weddings, their breakdowns, their glow-ups. Now, here's the interesting part. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between your real-life social connections and your parasocial ones. That's right. The same reward circuitry that lights up when you're chatting with a friend, it lights up when you see a familiar reality star on screen. That feeling of connection is real, even if the relationship isn't mutual. This isn't always a bad thing. Parasocial connections can provide comfort, especially when you're going through something isolating. Think of someone watching a single mom on a makeover show while going through her own divorce. Or someone feeling less alone, seeing a queer cast member navigate family dynamics on camera. That's not just entertainment, that's representation. That's emotional identification. That's healing. But there's a flip side. These one-sided relationships can also lead to distorted self-comparisons and emotional overinvestment. You start thinking, why am I not as confident as her? Or why is my relationship not as passionate as theirs? Forgetting that what you're seeing is edited, curated, and sometimes completely manipulated for drama. And then comes the weird moral dilemma. We watch people's real lives for sport. Their trauma becomes our Tuesday night content. Their pain becomes memes. Their missteps become punchlines. And we start to lose track of where empathy ends and entertainment begins, which leads us to a critical truth about reality TV. It's not always reality, at all. Producers script story arcs, editors craft personas, villains are created in post-production, hours of footage are condensed into 20 minutes of chaos. It's not fake per se, but it is framed. And if you're not careful, your brain starts absorbing those dynamics as if they're real life. That conflict should always escalate, that trust is always broken, that relationships are always performative. That does something to your social brain. It trains you, quietly, subtly, to respond to real-life situations with the same instincts. You become hyper-aware of betrayal. You expect people to flip on you. You assume there's always a hidden agenda. It's emotional conditioning, like reality TV PTSD. So how do we watch smarter? Start by asking yourself, why am I watching this? Are you watching to unwind? To laugh? To connect with a friend? Great. That's conscious consumption. But if you're watching because you're avoiding your own feelings, or numbing out, or spiraling into comparison, that's a red flag. Next, diversify what you watch. Reality TV isn't one genre, it's a spectrum. There's competitive reality, Bake Off, Top Chef, lifestyle reality, home renos, travel shows, documentary style, interviews, real stories, and the pure chaos variety. Hello, Love is Blind. Mix it up. Get your emotional vitamins from more than one food group. Also, take breaks. Your nervous system wasn't designed to absorb hours of interpersonal conflict without pause. If you find yourself tense, irritable, or zoning out after a binge, that's your body saying, we need a palate cleanse. Go outside, watch a comedy, touch grass, or at least a dog. And most importantly, remember that your brain is plastic. That means it's adaptable. If you notice reality TV is warping how you see the world, you can reset. You can consciously shift what you take in and how you respond to it. Now let's flip the lens. Reality TV doesn't just reflect our behavior, it also shapes cultural norms. Think about how certain catchphrases, fashion trends, or even entire social movements have grown out of reality shows. Whether it's "That's hot," "I'm not here to make friends," or "Don't be all like uncool," these shows become cultural shorthand. They influence how people talk, how they date, how they view success. There's power in that. Reality TV can launch a conversation about gender roles, class, race, body image, sometimes in surprisingly effective ways. It can expose injustice, highlight transformation, or even create empathy where there was none. But it can also normalize toxicity. When we watch cast members scream, manipulate, gaslight, and throw drinks, and then see them rewarded with brand deals and spin-offs, what does that teach us? That chaos equals clout. That drama equals value. That vulnerability is a currency, and if you cry hard enough on camera, you might just get a wellness brand. It's easy to mock, but here's the thing. Millions of people are internalizing those rules, especially younger viewers, especially those still figuring out who they are. And even if we know it's a show, repetition rewires us. Exposure equals influence. So what do we do with all that? We own it. We name it. We watch with our eyes open. Because here's the final truth. Watching reality TV doesn't make you shallow. It doesn't make you lazy. It makes you normal. You are biologically designed to care about people, even edited, dramatic, fame-seeking people. And that's not a flaw. That's your humanity. But the invitation here is to become a conscious consumer. Watch the show, but also watch yourself. Notice when it uplifts you. Notice when it drains you. Protect your empathy. Guard your attention, because those are the real currencies. And if you need one more reason to keep reality TV in your life, it's fun, it's weird, it's communal, it's dramatic. It gives your brain a break from spreadsheets, to-do lists, and the endless hum of productivity. It gives you something to text your friend about at 11:42 p.m. with the words, "OMG, did you see what she said?" You don't have to give that up. You just have to balance it. So here's your reality check, wrapped in love. You are not the drama. You are not behind. You are allowed to enjoy your shows and still be a whole, smart, capable person. And if anyone tries to shame you for watching trash TV, smile, blink slowly, and say, "It's not trash, it's sociology with lip gloss." Then press play on the next episode.